You did it now.
Okay, all right.
I'll do it again. I'll make sure during the rounds I'll do it more. For this one especially. Andrea, do you know who's
I think was an upset against Kathleen Brower. Brower, a highly touted young lady out of the Cronch, and just an unbelievable fight.
Veronica Simmons, she just got a lot of talent. You can just tell she's got a lot of talent, and she's going to go a long way.
You can hear the commotion behind us as the boxers are entering the ring. We're going to be fighting here for the DB, Detroit Boxing Association Super Middleweight Championship. Rashid Rock Lee, Damon Bulldog McCreary. Lee is our champion. He's got a 10-9-2 record, but don't let that record fool you. He's really picked it up as of late, and he's got a heck of a lot of experience. He's a tough fighter. Coming in is Damon McCreary. He's coming in to fight him with an 8-0 record, but doesn't have nearly the experience that Rashid Lee does.
Well, Damon McCreary's got a lot of energy, I'll guarantee you that. He's always coming to fight. He's coming to fight for, if it's a 10-rounder, he's ready to go 12 rounds. For 12, he's ready to go 15 rounds. He's always in good condition. He comes to fight.
Okay. See Damon McCreary entering the ring. And very smartly dressed, I might add, with a red top hat. And we've got the champ right next to us, Rashid Rock Lee. He's chewing at the bit to get into the ring here. And a stare down going on is McCreary right here in front of us, staring down the champ. McCreary comes in with an 8-0 record, and a young man on the upswing here, beginning his career. And here comes the champ, Rashid Rock Lee.
This should be a very interesting fight. I'm certainly looking forward to this. This should be a very interesting fight. Both of these guys want to win, and they want to win badly. They both are craving to be top in their classification.
There you see the belt, the super middleweight belt being held up. There you see the champ, 168-pound champion in the super middleweight division, Rashid Rock Lee. There's the belt. Detroit Boxing Association champion, super middleweight division. And you and I have seen Rock Lee fight before. I've seen him fight 2 or 3 times. He brings a 10-9-2 record into the ring. Not a super knockout puncher, though, only 4 knockouts. What do you think about the fight tonight, champ?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very good fight. In the knockout, being the guy doesn't have a lot of knockouts doesn't mean he doesn't have a knockout punch. A lot of times that's because of the competition that he's faced.
Okay. Let's send it up for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, worth of proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we've watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bomb bursting
beautiful, beautiful rendition of the national anthem right there. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem, and our super middleweight championship is almost set to begin. Let's set it up to the ring announcer. We're waiting for some people to get out of the ring, and we'll be with the ring announcer momentarily to introduce our fighters. Well, a lot of energy here now for the main event, Hilmer. We're waiting here for the ring announcer to introduce our boxers, but a lot of energy around the ring now. It's
a lot of energy, and both these guys are coming in with a lot of energy. And
the volume
I think both these guys are in good condition, and I think we're in for an outstanding fight.
I think you're right. The volume of this place has gone up 2 or 3 notches, and enthusiasm here is really high. As this is going to be one heck of a bout here. Super middleweight championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds and is for the Detroit Boxing Association Super Middleweight Championship. Introducing to his first, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 168 pounds, from Detroit, Michigan. He's also the Michigan State champion, Damon, the Bulldog, McCreary. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 166 pounds, and heavyweight champion. Representing Detroit boxing team from Detroit, Michigan, Rashid, Woo. The referee and man in charge will be Monty Oswald.
Okay, super middleweight championship fight about to begin. Rashid lead coming in with a record of 10-9-2. He is the champion versus Damon McCreary. He's coming in with a record of 8-0 with 6 knockouts. It's going to be one heck of a battle here. Lee's record, a lot of experience there, and he's really picked up the pace as of late. I wonder if McCreary's inexperienced at 8-0, if he can catch up here to over 21 professional fights of Lee.
Right.
Take him out.
McCreary in the center of the ring.
Take him out.
Hammering out the left jab.
You see Lee is trying to get the jab established, trying to keep the distance.
McCreary moving, a lot of footwork, a lot of movement.
That's the one thing about McCreary. I know he can work on the inside and he can box on the outside. He's pretty multi-talented. He can do them both.
McCreary circling to the left of Lee. Circling to the right of Lee, to his left, I'm sorry. Peppering out that jab. Right hand misses. Left hook misses. Left-right combination. Gets Lee back into a corner.
Those are the combinations. You can see Dave McCreary, he's coming right out trying to make a point in this first round. But his opponent, Rashid Lee, he's actually using this first round as a...
Oh! Big right hand!
Good straight right hand.
Knocks Lee down, and that really got him.
That would have caught Rashid Lee completely by surprise. Rashid Lee was actually throwing a right hand at the same time.
Damon McCreary with a big right hand. Let's see what he can do now. Biding his time, measuring here. See his eyes measuring. He's trying to regain his composure. Right. Pepper out the jab. Another right hand by McCreary. Left hand right. Lee backs into a corner. McCreary with 2 rights. 3 rights. And the fight's been waved off. That's it. Damon McCreary. Damon McCreary comes in with the first round knockout. And the crowd is going wild. Big first round knockout here.
Damon McCreary is just a big puncher, and he caught Rashid Lee off balance, and Rashid Lee never got his composure back.
Damon McCreary.
That was a big plus plus for Damon McCreary is the fact that he came out the batter's box so fast.
Well, at first I thought it was going to be a little more of a tactical fight. Damon McCreary was circling and throwing out the jab, but some powerful, powerful punches landed there.
Yeah, Damon McCreary evidently saw something in that first round that would get him these shots.
Here we see a replay.
There's the right hand there. He started it with a left hook, and he followed up with a right hand. And that right hand was a crushing right hand, and it was right on the chin of Rashid Lee.
Beautiful, beautiful right hand that you saw there. And there you see the new Detroit Boxing Association super middleweight champion, Damon McCreary.
There's the left hook there. It wasn't much on the left hook, but the right hand, that is the crushing blow right there.
Now the combinations, he's backed into a corner.
Now watch this right hand. There's another right hand. There's another right hand. These right hands there's another right hand. And right now, he's really out on his feet. Rashid Lee was right there out on his feet.
I think Lee tried to compose himself. There you see Damon McCreary, but McCreary backed him into that corner with heavy combinations. And now you have a new Detroit Boxing Association super middleweight champion, and that's Damon McCreary. And a convincing show there.
Yeah, he kept the championship in a convincing fashion. He left no doubt as to whether he was the best, he was the champion.
Damon McCreary puts his hat back on. He wants to look good for the announcement.
Your winner by TKO and the new DBA super middleweight champion, Damon Bulldog McCreary.
Well, there you see the champion, Damon McCreary, 56 seconds.
Place at Club Network Flashback Friday. That's Club Network Flashback Friday. Tonight, the after party, and it's official.
Well, there you are, after party for those interested. And
Greektown Casino.
I actually wanted to see more of the fight than that because it looked like to me that Rashid Lee had some really good skills, and I really wanted to see a little bit more of that fight. Of course, Damon McCreary, he was all about business, and he wanted to get Rashid Lee out of there, and that's exactly what he did.
That's what he did, and sometimes that's what you've got to do, and he came in a man on a mission, and at first, I thought it was going to be just what you were saying you wanted to see, a feeling out round, but then all of a sudden he started connecting with some powerful shots, and there you see the new super middleweight champion. Beautiful, effective shots.
Yeah, I think Dave McCreary saw that right hand was wide open. And like I said, he threw the left hook, and there really wasn't a lot on the left hook. But what he was trying to set up was that straight right hand, and that straight right hand proved to be the devastating punch for David McCreary.
Well, let me tell you, a new super middleweight champion of the Detroit Boxing Association has been crowned, and that super middleweight champion is Damon McCreary. And we see Rashid Lee exiting, and his record goes down to 10-10. 10-10-2, but I believe we'll see him back in the ring again. It was one of those situations, a quick knockout in the first. These things happen, but Damon McCreary made a heck of a statement here, and that capped off our night of fights. Along with, it's been a great night of fights. We saw the up-and-coming heavyweight Julius Long with a kind of a questionable knockout in the second round. We saw Kevin Big Dog Monty in an interesting heavyweight bout. He won that. Steve Griffin, another heavyweight, just seemed to run out of gas. Joe Cack came in, and Joe Cack, tough fighter, and we were kind of expecting to see something from him, but he lost to Cal Foggy. Big victory for Cal Foggy there out of Detroit.
Who's a very good fighter, I might add.
Yes,
he came in as the underdog, but he looked very good.
In our other fight, we saw Marilyn Pretty Girl Thomas with the victory, and the fight just before the championship here, kind of another upset. We saw Kathleen Cat Brower get her first defeat of her career, receive a first defeat against Veronica Simmons, a name I'm going to be looking out for, a tough super middleweight lady, and she came out with a lot to prove also, and as it seems, the last two fights were the best fight of the evening.
Right. I'll tell you what, it was no shame in losing to that Veronica Simmons for Kathleen, though. Veronica Simmons, she's really tough, and she's championship caliber. She's a championship caliber fighter, especially in the female division.
Okay, and speaking of that, let's send it over to Jeff Lowe, who has one of the fighters in the ladies division. Let's send it over to Jeff.
While the champion is working his way out the ring, I have managed to get Kathleen Cat Brower, who had a very tough opponent tonight, and vicious Veronica Simmons. And but you're representing Crunk, and your name will be synonymous with the other Crunk champions, Cat. And how were you coming into this fight against Veronica? What did you think of her?
Well, I went up in weight class, and so it just taught me a valuable lesson that I'll leave the big girls for the big girls, and I'll go back down to 54.
Okay. What's in the future for you now?
In the future is get back in the gym and not let this interfere with my workout. Go back in the gym and train even harder for the next one.
What is your thoughts on women boxing, and what inspired you to get in it?
Well, I always played sports in college, and after I graduated from college, I still wanted that ultimate challenge, and boxing was becoming popular, and so I started training down at the Kronk gym and got into it.
Okay. What did the guys at Kronk think of you?
The guys at Kronk treated me like family, and they still do.
All right.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, you will bounce back and keep your chin up. Okay.
Thank
now
you.
Back to Hilmer and Jim.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Still a few words and some things to be said, so stay tuned. More boxing action next. Have a new super middleweight champion. With that super middleweight champion right now is Jeff Lowe. Jeff, take it away.
I'm with the new DBA middleweight champion, holding 2 belts, Damon Mike, the Bulldog McCreary.
Damon Bulldog McCreary, that is.
All right, congratulations. And hey, you own the bragging rights to the city of Detroit right now. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel blessed. I like to thank God for everything he has done for me. I pray really hard. I've been going through little things, you know, in lifetime, but we all have some stepping stones that we go through in life, you know what I'm saying? And I just like to thank God for everything he has done for me, and my trainer as well, my soon-to-be fiance, Tracy Wilson, and I feel good that, you know, I'm blessed, and I just can't thank God no more than what I'm thanking. I just continue on, you know, thanking the Lord himself, you know.
Yeah, this has been a rivalry that has been brewing somewhat, and you guys finally lock up. And how did this all come about, and what was coming into this fight?
Well, my thoughts was coming into this fight was finally. When I say finally, I mean, this guy's been running for me for 3 years. You know, when I first started boxing, I've been wanting to fight this guy. Finally, today was the time that come. They wanted us to fight, which was a stupid move, I would say. Not saying no one's stupid, but bam, he hit the canvas and everybody seen what happened, and that's that, and it's over, and I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
What are those bigger and better things?
Bigger and better things than being world champion one day, training hard, and getting some kind of promotion or something going on with my life.
Yours, trainer Mike, tell us about the pace he's on and what's the next step.
Well, like Damon said, that fight tonight, he been wanting to fight this guy for years. We was going to fight this guy when Damon had 3 fights. He had 15. He had 20. This was this man's 9th pro fight. 9th. You know what I'm saying? He went through this, man. He was just too much man for this guy. First of all, I want to thank Andrea Darnell for giving us the opportunity to fight on this show.
Thank you, Andrea, baby.
Right, that was her fault. She took a big chance. But it was too many first things going into that for Rashid. First time with his trainer. First time fighting at this weight. This is our weight. This is the best fighter in the state. And right now, this is a test for us. If we couldn't beat Rashid, then we can't talk about the world, and we can't beat a guy on Dearborn. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he had to do, and we're going to bigger and better things, just like the man said.
Congratulations once again. The new Detroit Boxing Association Super Middleweight Champion.
Super Middleweight Champion.
And the current state champion. Now back to Hilmer and Jim.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and a happy champion there, and I think he said it all there. He's the new champion. He's